Are we going? I see no reason why we wouldn't be going. All right. Here's the first grab for Umarth. Goes for the up tilt. Spark with the near frame perfect jump out. Both of these characters hate it when the other... Oh, my God. So that's going to set the tone. That is... Obviously, it's a really aggressive edge guard. It's not as aggressive as it seems like, because he's going down there with both his double jump and his up D, so he can recover if he gets hit. But that is the kind of call-out that Spark is able to get. He's not necessarily even looking for it. He's largely looking to just stay safe. But I was saying both characters do not want the other character to catch them without their double jump. That is the main issue that they have. So that Nair going to do a bit of damage there. To ledge, yes.
They also both hate being grabbed by the other.
Yeah, Marth has it a bit worse than Sheik does in that aspect, I would say. But if Sheik jumps, Marth hits her harder because of the sword, because Sheik doesn't really have any hitboxes that can challenge up air. And you have to do stuff like that. You have to do like weird, abstract recoveries to the stage. The ledge, yeah. Umar are doing just all right for himself.
Yo, he's still in this, you know?
Yeah, of course. It's basically a tie game.
Yeah, if he... Oh, boy, great DI.
The pivot maybe could have got it.
Yeah, if he wins this game, I think he's going to be in a great mental space for taking the set, finally taking a set, right? Smart up tilt, I guess.
These guys, you have to remember with these people, if you are PR'd, it means that your mental game is better than everyone under you with like a couple exceptions. Because if you have a good mental game, if you are never really, really down on yourself, you are that much more likely to play as well as you can.
Yeah.
And these guys are both have resilience. I've played Umar. I'm 2-3 lifetime against Umar, right?
Right.
The most recent match I played against Umar, I won game 1, and then I broke, and he didn't, and he won the set. And that's what's really challenging about these kind of players. The same thing happened to me on Wednesday against Kevbot. These guys they're good not just at executing, but at staying in it and staying focused.
Well, I guess all I was trying to say is that, you know, if Umarth wins this game, I would bet money that he would take the set. I understand that Spark has a great mental game.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that would like, that's a huge confidence boost, and I'm not saying that his confidence needs to be boosted, but that's who I bet money on. But, you know, if Spark takes this first game, I would bet that Umarth definitely would not win the set. That's just my intuition. Maybe I'm completely fucking wrong, right? Like, you know.
Nah, that's a reasonable conclusion to make. But there's the obvious intuition game count.
Yeah, what's their lifetime against each other? Has Umarth genuinely never taken a set, or is that just what he says?
I would assume that I would assume he hasn't. I don't know. I mean, these guys have both been PR'd for a while. Umarth was on the PR about a year ago.
Yeah, he was.
But Umarth has been like on people's scope for like 2 years, right? And Spark has been PR'd for about 2.5, maybe 3. Just a while, right? So these guys have been around the block. So they've definitely played many times. But I would assume that Umar has not taken a set with Spark, because Spark is top 100 and Umar is top 20 in NorCal, and NorCal is very good. But Spark is on another level. Spark has beaten West Balls. You know, these are the kind of things you have to compare it to.
Yeah.
Umar's best win is definitely in region. It's probably Ralph. I'm pretty sure he's beaten Ralph at least once.
Umarth is in this until he's not, you know.
That's melee.
All he needs is... Yep, well, that's...
That ain't it. Game 1 Spark.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah.
He's in it till he's not, and he's not.
Yeah, that tends to be how it works. The thing... I don't know. The thing with commentator's curse, all right? People say commentator's curse, but the reason it happens, I feel, is people bring up things that they expect to see and haven't seen. And the reason they expect to see those things is because they're normal. So they just bring up a normal thing happens. But the remarkable thing is not what happens after you say it. It's what happens before you say it. But that's just my 2 cents.
Spark's got the face of a killer right now. He's really intent. Umarth is just same as he always is. Just expressionless, focused but expressionless.
Yeah.
But all you need
to know about Spark is that he will never play Sheik Dittos without the chain grab, because he is always going to catch any advantage that he can against you. If you don't know, Sheik Dittos in Sheik Dittos, you can either the players can agree beforehand to ban chain grabbing or not. Most people ban chain grabbing. The reason Spark does not ban chain grabbing, I assume, is
Spark's more
because
of a Mewtwo King type of Sheik.
well, Mewtwo King usually bans chain grabs.
Really?
Yeah, the two Sheiks that I know of that don't ban chain grabs are Spark and Kira. But the reason Spark does it is because he can practice the chain grab, and if he does, he gets an advantage on other Sheiks that they don't necessarily have because they're not used to playing in that environment. Shroom doesn't chain grab, for instance, and so like if you give him that where he has to chain grab, he may struggle, and Spark may get like some kind of overhand. Shroom also, of course,
Spark
has
seems like
Marth,
a very, very frustrating player to play against. Like,
it's absurd.
He seems like
he will turtle you until the timer runs out. That is Spark's playstyle a lot of the time, except when you don't expect it, and I'm pretty sure he knows when you
terrible
don't.
forward smash.
Well, the thing about F smash, right? It's a read. You can't guarantee that F smash could have been fantastic if Spark had picked another option.
I mean, he just like one thing is like doing forward smash as a read, another is like forward smashing when the character wasn't there to begin when you began the forward smash.
Right.
You know, I think it was just missed input from Umarth.
It's just a read, but like, I think it's another thing out of desperation because if you look at the stock count, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
This is best of 5. So if Umarth can turn it around, it's not entirely out of the question. But still, this is not great.
Looking like a kind of
this is looking like a 3 stock.
Yeah, this is looking like a.
That is a dead Umarth, or it should be. Got the wrong way on the nair, but it's close enough at this point.
It's like a pixel off. Whatever, he's got it now.
I don't want to see these nairs from Umar. Umar's doing these nairs that are really good against aerial options, but like, this is not the place for that. Spark is playing Sheik. The things that Sheik does are almost exclusively ground-based by nature, and so you're not really going to hit a lot of those. So when he does those snares, I want to see him cut those out and switch to something that's not exposing them.
I wouldn't say all the things that Sheik does are ground-based by nature, but
not all of them, but more than other characters.
This is looking like a 4 stock.
Did he get it?
No. Well,
Give him a minute.
He got a little
F smash, up tilt.
Smart up tilt.
We have pride in the building.
There you go. That might be a JV. Who knows?
Took a JV though. And
that's just rough.
You're gonna get JV.
Rough. Yeah.
See you later. 2-0 for Spark.
Sparks looks like, damn, did I just do that? I guess no surprises here. They've both taken games off each other that are in.
One of the things about being really good is you recognize that you have to play mix-up a lot, which means you have to go heads up to your opponent and make a read on what they're going to do. Yeah. And that just means it's a lot of guesses. Right?
Yeah.
That will happen if you're both good, regardless. You see people get 4-stocked sometimes. Even Armada's been 4-stocked twice. Only twice on stream, right?
Was Leffen one of them?
Leffen was both. Leffen was at Smash and Splash 3 and I think like the second, like Melee FC or something.
We need a. I've been sorely missing a tournament with all the gods. And
Lotur City, whatever it is, next week has 4 of them, and then Evo will have all of them, and then SmashCon will have at least a few.
When you say gods, which 4 do you mean? Right?
I'm not talking Dr. PP.
Okay.
Hungry Box, or I believe it's Hungry Box,
Armada,
Mango,
and
Leffen.
No Plub.
No.
Damn.
I don't know what
Where's
to tell you.
Plub? Where's Mewtwo King?
I don't know what to tell you. But what was I talking about? Like, yeah, it's a lot of guesses, and you see it's going a lot better. And part of that could be, he's going for different guesses. He may be recognizing that. You see, he's doing when he does those nerves, he's fading back on them more. He's not really going in as much, and that's really great. I want to keep seeing that, just because when he does those snares and he goes in, he exposes himself to like an F tilt.
Yeah.
Like that. If he doesn't go in, he just covers the ground in front of him, which is what he wants to do. This is almost certainly a dead mark.
Yeah.
But so much of it is based on guesses, like I was saying, that like if you do get 4-stocked, you can't blame yourself, really. It's just a lot more than people want to admit is luck. A lot of it is skill, right? It's rock, paper, scissors, but it's rock, paper, scissors with intel. You know what your opponent's going to go for.
Well, I mean, that kind of is the good counterexample of what luck is if you have the intel. But at the end of the day,
it can be an off and is based on luck.
Oh, that was weird, but that was a great recovery.
It's never based entirely on luck. Don't misunderstand.
I don't know what that was.
That was Final Destination.
Yeah, I mean, I know what that was, but I don't know what that was.
If you get caught under the lip of Final Destination, it is very difficult to manage anything, and so...
yeah, specifically with Sheik, that's who I see it with most.
Right.
You don't really see it with any other top tiers.
So 40-6, And we go back to it. Spark is looking not as dominant as he was, but down air.
Wow.
Yeah, see you later.
Great Umarth.
That's a good Marth combo. That is the Marth combo. That is what you want. If you can get forward air and you can start messing with your opponent's DI, that is exactly what you are trying to do.
Can Umarth take a game is the question. Because if he can take a game, you know, maybe he could reverse 3-0.
That was nearly perfect, and then Spark blew it.
I have no idea how he lived that, but
Spark just gave it the ledge. That's one of the most heartbreaking grabs.
yeah.
That particular one, because you don't really have an option other than to get cleared off stage. Because if you hold in, that happens to you. You get Dynasty and you die. But if you don't hold in, then you know what really do you have? See you later. 3-0 for Spark.
Pretty dominant showing from Spark there.
And he moves on to winners finals. He'll play the winner of Toucan and YCZ.